Welcome to our TRX shoulder series. For this particular workout, you will need a dumbbell. I'm using a 3 kilo dumbbell, but you might want to go heavier or lighter for the particular exercise we're going to use it for. So go ahead and take hold of your TRX, walk your feet towards the base and start with your palms facing in towards each other. Keep a tight body as you move into a T position with your arms, then a Y position, and finally the hardest one is an I position there. So this is targeting the back of the shoulders, also known as the rear deltoid. You're moving through those three shapes or letters, T, Y, and I. Retract your elbows first. So think of not only bringing your elbows back, but your hands back. Move in a fluid motion with control, not letting the TRX strap go loose at any point of the movement. Well done. Exercise number 2 is an external rotation row. So palms face down, still in that row position, draw your elbows back and then bring your hands to vertical above your elbows. Rotate forward and back down. Draw the elbows back, hands up, elbows stay where they are, hands forward. Okay, so you're just thinking about bringing those elbows back as far as you can. This is a good one to fire up all those muscles in the upper back. Excellent for a good posture of the shoulder girdle. Leaning back into the heel. You don't need to be in a huge reclined position here. You can actually walk your feet back and just focus on the mobility of that movement. So vertical with the forearm. Last 2. And one more time, really squeeze those elbows back, hands up and back, slowly forward. Well done. So that's the back of the shoulders. For the front of the shoulders, we're going to do a press up position and then an arm extension. So up onto your toes, as we've done before in the other series. So come down and back up. Then from here, you're going to extend one arm forward as far as you can and bring it back. Other arm forward as far as you can. It's almost like a single arm push-up. So we do the double arm first, and then we do a single arm where one arm bends and the other arm extends. Now, if this is too hard, you can do one of two things. You can widen your feet to give you a bit more stability, particularly in the single arm part, or you can walk your feet further forwards. Okay, so this would be forwards as opposed to going back towards the wall behind you. And that combination is fantastic for the whole of the shoulders. One more time. Make sure you finish off with an even amount both sides. Well done. Okay, so rear delt fly, turn around, and this is essentially like that T position we did before. So straps are untangled, palms facing in, walk the feet forward, butt squeezed, open out the side. So it's just like that T position we did before, but just moving, elbows back, shoulders down, the neck stays long. So I'm focusing on the eccentric phase, which is here where I'm lowering down, put a bit of power into the up phase, which is the concentric phase of the exercise. So on the concentric phase, which is here, the muscle shortening, and on the eccentric phase, which is there, the muscle is lengthening. Both phases are super important for building strong muscles. So we take our time with control here. That posterior chain, the back of the body's on fire. Well done. Okay, so down to the floor in a plank with the toes in the stirrups. This is called up-down plank. So it's not only good for the core, as most planks are, but also for the shoulders. So make sure your feet are right into those stirrups and they're even. Start on your hands like you're about to do a press up. From here, we come down onto one elbow, down onto the other elbow, up onto hand, up onto hand. Now you could start on your knees if you find this too hard. It is a very challenging exercise. Not an easy one to keep controlled. Remember that option is knees. If you feel like you want to go onto your knees, you can. 10 seconds to go. The next exercise requires that dumbbell, so just bear that in mind. Okay, last one up. Good. Okay, so we're going to take one TRX strap and one dumbbell. So holding onto your TRX strap, make sure you're extending out as long as it can go. You're going to lean your body, so feet side by side, and from here it's a lateral raise. 3, 2, 1. So as you lean out, you're keeping your body nice and long and strong, and there's a temptation to swing your arm, but you're going to try and use a controlled motion to lift and lower. 25 seconds to go. It's good for your grip too, the hand that's holding on. If you find that too hard, you can be in more of an upright position and you don't have to be leaning out as far. So you're targeting the shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can guess what's next. It is the other side. So taking a grip here on the TRX, palm down, feet side by side, and set up that exercise. That's what the 20 seconds is for. If you find yourself well set up before the 20-second rest is up, you can start. But bear in mind, we want to make at least 40 seconds really good technique. So the hardest part of the exercise is up here, so that's where we want to focus on the best control. So coming up, exhale, inhale down. Keep that belly button to spine, shoulders down, eyes forward. You've got another 18 seconds. These single arm exercises are fantastic for evening out the left and right side of the body. Remember that option if it gets too hard, come up a little bit. Keep going. A nice stretch for that extended arm. Well done. Okay, you can put your dumbbell down, but we still only need one handle. So we're going to start with the left arm here, and it's a row. So your palm faces slightly inwards, but mainly palm facing up to the ceiling. Walk the feet forward, other hand on your hip. You're going to row by bringing the base of that handle into the side of your rib cage and chest. Slowly come back. So what we're looking for here is not to make it super difficult, but to think about that left shoulder being down away from the ear, and we're drawing the left elbow out the side and back to the floor behind us. Don't let your hips twist, so your right hip is going to want to drop down. You're going to try and keep the right hip up in line with the left hip. So this is more about technique. Bit of strength in there, obviously. Well done. Finish off out here. Then step your feet back, and then we switch hands. So my palm is slightly facing up, but my thumb is still higher than my little finger. Feet side by side, and I'm directly in line with that TRX. So my right shoulder all the way through the top of the TRX is in alignment. Exhale up, inhale down. Make minor adjustments with your feet as needed. Again, that right shoulder's down. It's no good having the shoulder up around the ear and creating tension and shortness through that neck. So good posture is shoulders down, keeping that left hip square to the wall and the right hip as well, and focusing on evenness through both phases. So concentric, eccentric, evenness in our tempo, fluidity in our movements. Well done. Okay, I've got a challenge here for the last exercise. It is handstand, so you can go ahead and take it out or put it in to start learning handstand. So we face into the base, our toes are into the straps, and we start in a plank posture here. So it's going to feel strange because your feet will be higher than your hands. Now you can start here and just hold that if you want. Come down anytime like so. We don't twist out of the movement. Now if you'd like to make it harder, you can go ahead and walk your hands backwards. You might want to have a spot to hold your feet. This is an advanced exercise, so it's an advanced series. You could walk your feet, walk your hands further forward if you want to. Hold strong, push those shoulders away from your hips. 5 seconds to go. To come down, remember, we need to tuck our knees in, but we walk forward first. And then we can lift our feet out. Well done. Remember, you don't have to do that full handstand. Or make sure it's safety first, so you might have a spotter for your knees if you need it. Thanks for joining me for our shoulder TRX series. See you on the next one.